Hello, hello, hello. You can hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Welcome back to the Twins
Are
Toro
we in?
Show. Trying. I can't get as close as you. But we can try this. In frame.
It's pretty good.
I'm sure if we paid for
You
it,
look
it
uncomfortable.
would do it automatically. I'm a little bit forward. I'm not feeling.
Get comfortable. I can match you. Or I can try to match you.
You said that last time. You never did.
That's because you kept moving. How's that?
I'm in a fixed position right here. I think we look good. All right. Let's record another episode. What do you say?
Welcome to the Twins Toro Show. This is Jorge. Welcome to the Twins Toro Show. I'm Jorge. That's Juan. We are identical twins reconnecting to argue about our unidentical lives. Juan, I'm going to throw you a curveball. You were never great at hitting curveballs. I'm going to see if you can handle one here. We've been trying to record some episodes.
Bold claim.
We've been trying to record a few episodes, or we've been trying to record a few times just to try to get like an introductory episode, just to let people know who we are, why we're doing this, what they should expect, things like that.
Right.
We've even tried putting an outline or some scripts together, and it's just not us, man. So I thought I'd throw you. We did not talk about this at all before just now, and so I'm going to throw you a curveball and just ask you, whose idea was this? Why are we doing this?
This was. I sent you a text a month and a half ago, and you kind of ran with it and claimed it as your own idea from years ago. I sent you a text out of the blue, seemingly out of the blue, saying, hey man, I keep getting this weird itch, kind of inkling that we should try to have more conversations. And while we're at it, maybe let's record it, see if anyone else is interested, and see what else we can talk about. You kind of said, yeah man, I told you this a long time ago. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Let's do it. Like right away.
It was, I think I was just walking out of a haircut and I saw your text and I just couldn't believe it. I was so happy, so excited. And yeah, man, I think for a long time when we were growing up, I thought, we could do something cool like that. And there were the wipeout shows and, I mean, road rules, whatever challenges and Fear Factor and all that stuff, which Fear Factor is coming back, by the way. I just saw Johnny Knoxville is hosting.
I watched the first episode. I watched the first episode.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. We'll have to talk about it. We'll talk about it. But so always wanted to do something fun with you, something cool, a show. Dude Perfect came along and they kind of ruined it. So I, figured, all right, I'll just move on and, do normal things. But when you texted me that, I was really excited. They ruined it. Yeah,
because they took your idea and made it awesome.
Because they did it. Yeah, they did it. It was too late. They beat me to the game.
Got it.
Good for them.
Yeah. First to market.
I mean, that would be, man. They're living it up, man. Patrick just watched an episode. We just happened to turn it on the other day, where they were challenging the Savannah Bananas to to all these like sports games, and they did like basketball and dodgeball and all these frisbee and all these other things. It just looked awesome. So,
sports variety show.
But here we are. So then out of the blue, 20 years later, you sent me a text and here we are. And I think the other thing we're talked about is like, over time, we're identical twins, grew up inseparable in Lancaster, Ohio. And then we for college, we went to opposite corners of the state. And then from there, just kind of kept moving further away. You're in North Carolina now. I'm in Alabama. And so for us, it's like this is an excuse really for us to get together, hang out, catch up, share stories, correct each other's stories, and hopefully people find it entertaining. But if not, then at least we get to hang out. So that's kind of my take on it.
Yeah, I think people in general today especially struggle to have genuine conversations. And even though we're not face to face literally, this is a virtual conversation you and I are having. I think we're not going to be afraid here to kind of go into some important things, some silly things, whatever topics are happening. We're certainly not going to pigeonhole ourselves, and I don't want to set up any expectations of specific topics we're going to cover, but both love sports. We have different worldviews. We both coach. Um, we've had different professions, different studying lanes, majors. I mean, all that kind of stuff. But we share certain things in common, and not least of which is our experience growing up, like you said, moving to a country, going to a private school, um, playing certain sports, different positions, battling for spots. I think it's going to be interesting, and we want to be kind of make it open to kind of comments or feedback. Already, even though we haven't publicized anything, Jorge, some people have seen little clips here and there, and already suggested some different things. So I'm excited to kind of see where that goes and just run with it.
Yeah. No, and this is a fun project. Neither one of us knows what we're doing. We're trying to figure it out as we go. We're not media people. I'm, not social media people or content people, but marketing people or anything like that. So we're gonna have fun with it. We'll figure it out. Love some tips and tricks along the way if you guys are listening, if there's better ways to do it. But we're just gonna get rolling. So, all right. So appreciate that. Now we've got that out of the way. Feel pretty good about kind of where we're at.
Would you
I
say that
think
I
as we go
handled
on,
that curveball? I handled that curveball pretty well, I
that was
think.
a pretty good little little bloop to right center. That's exactly what we need. A little hit and run with two
That's my
strikes,
style.
which is
I'm
no, it's
stretching that into
perfect.
a
Hit and
double.
run with two strikes. That's good. Are
Yeah,
you on the third of third? Surely third of third. Yeah.
advancing on the throw. Yeah,
That's, I had a dream. I woke up at 4:40 this morning. Crazy dream. I need some help
Central
interpreting
time.
what happened. I'll try to be brief, but what I remember is 4:40 Central Time. Yeah. Um, so we were in like I'm guessing your Jeep, okay, your Jeep Cherokee. You were driving. I was in the passenger seat. Our older brother Pepe was behind you, and then my sister was behind me. But and this part is really strange, so I don't want to. It was strange. Pepe was like laying down, but he was like on the phone or laptop or something. I'm guessing on FaceTime. I'm guessing talking to Mia. Um, but he was like kind of laying down, and my sister was like packing a suitcase or something. It was weird. She was putting stuff away, kind of standing up, facing backwards, like facing, and then Pepe was doing something silly, like he was like, "Oh, look at our legs" or something. Was kind of doing something weird on the video. Very strange, very distracting. You were driving. Now we were driving on this road, and on either side there was water everywhere. Not like a lake or ocean, but it was like um, I mean, I guess I think of like a water treatment plant or something. There was concrete and water, and there were these like little dams, but the water was going backwards, like going up. It was going up against gravity all around, and I thought that
Okay.
was strange.
Okay.
But anyway, we're going around this curve. Yeah, yeah, we're going around this curve. You're driving. You're on your phone, which I should have known it was a dream right then because you would never do that in real life. But you were on your phone going around the curve, and I was trying to tell you like 111. We were going off the edge. Didn't get you in time. Went off the edge. We're in the water. The Jeep's floating, crashing into stuff, but still floating. And then we get down on the other side of the water to this like lower road that's kind of getting washed out. And then, but all of a sudden, this tow truck happens to be right there. The guy jumps out of the tow truck, dives on our hood, clips something on like the hood to, and I know that's not how it works, but clips something onto the hood. He's like pulling us back, and he turned around. He's got this jacket on, and he's turned around. He's showing us through the windshield. Hey, call this number. Call this number. And I look at you. You're frozen. So I'm trying to like get this number, and then he leaves, or he gets back in or whatever. And I'm trying to recall. I'm trying to remember what number I just saw, and I couldn't remember it, and I woke up. So, whew.
Wow.
So it was very intense. I'm trying to figure out what you did. You had to have done something. I don't know what the dream means. I don't know if there's dream interpreters out there that can help us, but I need to know what have you been doing the last 24 hours that made me dream of something like that?
I
Anything?
know exactly
Anything
what
come
it
to
is.
mind?
Yeah, for sure. And let me preface this because I've flipped through Freud's book, The Interpretation of Dreams. Okay. And what I'm getting out of this, number one, is
Last
that
night?
similar to this. No, no.
Yeah.
The setting of this dream of yours is our trip, one of our couple trips to go see Mana in Greensboro to the concert, where I'm pretty sure we were in the Jeep, and the four of us, and maybe Mom too was also. You went to at least one with that
Oh,
kind of setting.
I
Okay,
remember
that was the
this.
day Mom took
Yeah.
it. We went to that bar, and Mom was like with the shot, that little
She took a
sip of
tequila
tequila,
shot.
whatever
Oh
she had.
my
She almost passed
God,
out.
that was
Yeah.
she
Okay.
she
All right.
sniffed it and
So
almost passed out. Oh man, that was good.
that's the
Yeah.
setting, and the reason that's the setting because I've been listening
Okay.
to a lot of Mana and Latino music on Pandora while doing my work the last couple days. Okay. Now,
Okay.
sis stuffing whatever in a bag. Again, you got kind of mom on the brain because, and so do I. And there's a couple reasons. So there's this big storm coming, right? Apparently, at one point it was
Okay.
predicted over a foot of snow. Now it just seems like it's going to be a bunch of ice. Anyway, been texting back and forth about what mom's going to do. Do we need to get a bunch of food? Does she need to be at one of our houses? Whatever. So that, and just that action of stuffing stuff in a bag is going to a movie theater when we were younger, and mom putting 3, 4, 5 hot dogs in her purse. Okay, the last one's probably a little
Yeah.
tougher just because Pepe does the goofiest stuff. And laying down, talking to Mia. Mia just had her quinceañera, as you know, wonderful party. And
Yeah.
then Mia does like these
Right.
funny. They do like these filter videos when they send out birthday
Right. Right.
videos.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think put all that
Love
together. Now it's
love 'em.
definitely strange. Me driving off the road, no. Me on the phone while I'm driving, no sir. So that's got
Sure.
me for a little loop.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
maybe if we get you on a couch and really have a session, then maybe I can figure it out.
Do you remember when you annihilated that deer in high school in the Beast?
Okay, so I'm glad you brought this up. Shoot, was it yesterday or the day before to my buddy at work? Like I just talked to him about it. About
We
hitting the
have to.
deer.
This is Juan had no idea that this happened. This is all completely genuine. If anyone has doubts from the get-go, go ahead. You were telling your friend about this. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah.
This is a prime example of a story that I want to hear from your perspective and see how that compares to mine.
Oh, so you want to hear the actual story? I was just going to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how it came up. We were talking about storing meat or something like that, and that was like my first experience when we hit the deer. Remember those people that lived right there were coming out to be like, yeah, we need to get this meat in the freezer before it goes bad. And I was like,
Oh man.
you're gonna eat
No, I
deer? Like I
forgot
didn't
about
know
that.
anything about venison.
I forgot about
So
that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I need to look at my phone because it was either yesterday or the day before I just had this
That's
conversation about it.
hilarious.
So
Okay.
that's what this
Okay.
stream is about. Crazy.
So the dream makes full sense. And so now,
Absolutely.
if anyone was wondering if twins have telekinesis and then it's totally true. We just figured it out. Please tell the story in high school. You are driving our 1983 Toyota Corolla hunk of steel. We called it the Beast. On our way home, and you killed Bambi. Can you please tell the story?
Yeah, and I suppose we don't necessarily need the background of the vehicle itself, but I want to introduce it anyway. I mean, the Beast was a glorious piece of machinery. It was our brother-in-law Matt's grandpa's car, I think.
I think
They
so.
let
Yeah.
us have it for like $1. It had its own built-in security system because only you and I really seem to know how to open the door without the handle.
I think
Pretty
I still
rudimentary.
have scars. Yeah, I still have scars from the cuts from the metal. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the radio worked every now and then there was like a fan. Yeah, pretty romantic. But in the school yearbook for the awards or whatever, it was voted
Oh, that's
biggest
right.
bomb or something. But it was the
Yeah.
Beast.
I wonder if
It
I
was the
have that
Beast.
somewhere.
All right, little blue car. So yeah, driving home. Here's my recollection. Was it? It must have been football practice. I think it was late fall.
I think it
Okay.
was basketball.
Was it basketball? So it was that early? I didn't play basketball. All right, so we'll fill in the details. But we live the high school. There's a winding road past the public high school and then up and around by a pretty cool park. So on the way up the hill, I mean, the Beast didn't go 60 miles an hour without
Right.
the rattling starting.
Right.
So we're going back up the hill, like to where we're about to go around the big curve, and as we're going up the hill, I think in my recollection, one deer crossed the street, and I got the second one kind of right here, I think, with the front left side of the bumper, corner of the bumper, and that was a real bumper. In these cars, they actually had real legit bumpers. And I mean, we hit this deer, and we must have skidded. I don't remember hearing the tires screech like what it. And if I could have a camera on the outside of the car, it would seem like we hit the deer and kind of rode it. The front end of the car rode for. I mean, it must have been 20 yards, 30 yards. Seemed that way. The reason I want to minimize the distance though is because I remember first of all like the hooves and the thing like still kicking as as we're coming to a stop. But I remember the cop like being pretty rude and saying like you were definitely speeding. And I remember not trying to mess with the cop, but like, sir, I'm probably going 45 in this 45-mile-an-hour zone. Like we can't go much faster, especially uphill with two human beings in this car. Like it doesn't happen. I could not have been going 65. Like there's no way. Going up this
No, there's no
hill,
way.
there's no way. But he insisted, based on like how far we actually skidded, that like we were flying, and it just wasn't the case.
That's
Scared the crap
hilarious.
out of me. Of course, there was no damage. There was a little bit of fur, you know, on the little grill
Yeah.
bumper, but that's about it, man. The Beast drove off, no problem. After the people came and took the thing.
Yeah. So I didn't remember the people coming to take the meat, which that's awesome. That's awesome. Um, I, for some reason, I feel like it was basketball. I don't know why. That's in my memory. I don't remember skidding like 20, 30 yards. I remember it being a little bit. But what I do remember is I think I screwed you. I still feel guilty about this. When the cop was like interrogating us, um, I told him that, uh, oh yeah, there were like two or three deer that went by, and he hit the last one, which makes it worse for you. I really didn't think that through. That makes it worse for you because it's like, oh, you probably should have reacted by the time the fourth
Yeah,
little baby came through
you
and the
were
rest of the family went
going
off.
too
So I
fast to
remember that.
react.
I feel
Yeah,
guilty about
yeah.
that. I'm sorry. Right.
I
Something
think
like,
it
or
was the
you were
second one.
distracted or whatever, which I mean, we didn't have cell phones or anything, but the thing I remember most
Nope.
is two things. One, the Beast, and I don't know if the Beast if it got its name before this or not. If it didn't, then that was a perfect because there was not a scratch on this thing besides some tufts of hair on the bottom.
Yeah,
What I remember
yeah.
is the hooves like clanking at the bottom, and you were kind of getting a little bit queasy there.
It was
But
disgusting.
oh man, yeah. So that was terrible. So anyway, all right. I'm glad we got that. We have it mostly straight, but thank you. That explains. I feel like that explains the full dream now. I was kind of curious early when we were talking about the show. You sent me the text about the show, and I was just coming out of a haircut. Do you cut your own hair?
Yeah.
You just
Yes.
okay. All right. When's the
Yeah.
last time
Ever
you got like an
since
actual haircut?
it was before chemo. Like Aaron is
Okay.
when we all shaved our heads. That was. I don't want to belittle everything else around it, but like that was it, man. So easy.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Like I just got a haircut last week. I don't even know where it was. I don't know if it's there's a new place that opened up, and I don't know if it's a Supercuts or Great Clips or what. They're all the same to me. Sport when I'm feeling fancy, I go to Sports Clips. But it's just one of those things. Like I just know that for the first week it's gonna look,
Yeah.
it's gonna look funny, and after that it'll look slightly less funny, and that's it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was just a.
But did you just get a haircut recently? Is that what you're saying?
I just got a haircut last week. Yeah, I was over. Yeah, I was at the grocery store. It was right there, no line. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
I couldn't tell because the last like saw you twice in the last month, and it just seemed like you kind of trim the sides and you go for that kind of football rugby style thick wide mohawk thing, mohawk.
Well, that wasn't on purpose. That wasn't intentional, but it's kind of what's happening. And Carly's still trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. But yeah, my head, I have like a Hey Arnold head, and my hair grows really fast right here. And so I was asking to like try to take more off of here than normal, and it turns into kind of like a yeah, like a thick kind of mohawky thing. But I'm
Yeah.
trying. Carly likes my hair curly. I don't like to waste all that time, but I'm trying to find a compromise. Funny story about a haircut. When we were moving to Houston, so geez, I don't know, 2026, what, 14 years ago, 15 years ago. Carly and I were living in Cincinnati. We're moving to Houston. She was, got into medical school there. She got into medical school there. I was interviewing for a job, had 2 or 3 interviews. They flew me down for the interview. I was all excited. It was a big, I mean, it was a big job I was excited about. Flew down there, got there a little early, had some time, and realized I really should get a haircut. Um, and for whatever reason, I'd always have these weird parts of me. Some parts of me are like I am right now, where I just want to go in. I don't care who you are, just cut my hair and get me out as fast as I can. Let me move
Yeah.
on with my day. Back then, I was still trying to figure out, like, man, I would love to go to have a barber shop where you go and you know people and say, hey, Tony, what's up? Same thing,
Yeah.
whatever, and
Yeah.
chat. So anyway, I, I it was before this interview. Uh, I went into a barber shop in Houston. I was ill prepared. It was my first time ever in a barber shop. It was my first time not in like a Great Clip Super.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy cuts my hair only using clippers and a comb. So he's kind of brushing my hair and clipping it all around.
Yeah.
And so the whole day I had this just unbelievably dry, thick, like like Brillo pad, I forget what it like type of. I had that for like a couple weeks and into my interview, and my interview went terribly.
That was the day of
So
the interview you got the haircut?
I flew in. I had some extra time and thought it'd be a
Oh
good idea to get a
man.
haircut.
Wow.
Why I thought that was a good idea is beyond me,
Yeah.
um, but yeah. So that was I haven't been to a barbershop since, even though it's like I think I would love to find a place to go where you belong and people know your name
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
drink and have.
I did the same thing before COVID. I mean, there's actually it's like right here. I can walk to it in 5 minutes. It's the Grumpy Barbers. They seem to be cool, and one of the guys plays basketball every now and then. But yeah, I went to Sport Clips once, and I just thought it was a horrible haircut. First of all, um, it was just it was my perception, right? If Sports Clips wants to sponsor us, great. But for that amount of money, again, like once I started doing this, it was a no brainer for me. And even though like I always cut it too short for Arina's liking, Mom never likes my short hair. Like my
Mom's
hair,
never liked any of our
yeah.
haircuts.
Well, like she likes the long hair. I'm sure she loves yours. Like mine gets curly, but yours has always been thicker. I tell people this would be another maybe good recollection here if you can verify or not, but even before Great Clips, I feel like there was I don't know why the name Robin is in my head, but someone in Lancaster I feel like we used to go to, right?
100%.
Okay.
Great Clips, Super Cuts, Super Clips, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was great because it was like $6.99 or something like that. But anyway, here's the point: is what I tell people, remember almost distinctly, is that they would cut, like every other haircut, they would cut their fingers with your hair. It never happened with mine that I
Oh,
remember.
really?
But it was with your hair. Like they would, something would slip and they would jab themselves, and it happened at least, I can again almost vividly, if it's not a fake memory, at least on 3 occasions, whether it was Robin, whether it was someone at Great Clips or someone specifically, like they did it cutting while cutting your hair. Not my, your hair has always been thicker for whatever reason. Um, and even like I can never do the sideburns. I can never do this thing. You just, I've got these
That's really
patches. It's always rough, but I
that's
don't know,
really
man.
That's hilarious. That's interesting. I've told that story a couple times. I didn't remember it just being me. What the way I tell it is the very first time we went to get a haircut in Lancaster, Ohio, they had never seen anything like that. And it wasn't just like me or you, but I just remember I thought it was just the very first time they couldn't figure out how to cut it. They had the thinning shears and all this stuff, and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
sliced her finger. I don't remember it happened multiple times, but
Multiple times, Jorge.
oh, that's hilarious,
And
man.
even the shears, like they only did that to me a couple of times. It was a requirement for years before they went with the scissors.
I
So I
don't.
don't.
That's interesting to me. I don't think my hair is because in college, Evan, my friend Evan, and I used to cut each other's hair and do a terrible job. And then I
Yeah.
stopped, when I started working, whatever. And then COVID hit, and I started doing it again for like a couple years. I started doing myself, and then you look good with that. I do not look good like that. So.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't look good like this, but I'm just saying I look like I shouldn't be allowed around schools when when I cut my hair like that. So,
I do remember when we graduated high school, like our graduation pictures, my hair was huge, and I remember in college, the girls who lived, um, we had a pretty good group in our dorm, and there's a picture where I'm like spinning a basketball on my finger, and they had picked out my hair, like I had legit pretty
oh,
good fro, pretty good
feel like I
afro.
remember this picture.
I guess I
I feel like
can
I remember that picture.
post it up here in a minute,
Yeah,
but that was like
that's
my
funny.
hair does definitely do crazy stuff when it grows out. What I say now is if I get out of bed and you can't tell that I just got out of bed, that's my goal with a haircut. Is I can get out and go, and you have no idea whether I've been laying in bed or I've already showered.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty. I mean that's a beautiful thing. I miss those days. Carly had to teach me how to like um for a long time all I knew was like the Head and Shoulders, two in
Yeah,
one combo
yeah, yeah.
was and every time I'd get a haircut, the people would complain to me about, man, like you
Yeah,
gotta let your hair do its thing and put
right.
products and all these things. And like I don't have time for that. Recently when I've been growing my hair out, Carly, so now she buys me the shampoo and the conditioner separate. I got to do the thing, and there's a process to it. There's a time, limit, and um, so I'm much more educated, well versed in hair.
I that
No,
that
I'm
is one
not. But
thing. That is one thing I remember as an adult, still going to Great Clips and waiting for the coupons and stuff that they would always try to sell. And I get the business model, but they were, I think, genuinely speaking to our hair, to my hair, like, dude, you should probably stop using the
yeah,
3-in-1. You should buy this mousse or leave-in conditioner, that kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And even then, um, I think what popped into my head was Matt. I'm gonna throw Matt under the bus real quick, but he's got a nice goatee, but he has no hair. He shaves
Right.
his head. But one time, I don't remember what I was supposed to go to the house and grab something from the bathroom. There's in their like vanity or whatever is a giant red bottle. I don't even know if it's hairspray or something, but it's like big red sexy or big sexy, something like that. It's a giant red bottle of some hair product, and it's Matt's. It's something he uses to get that goatee
For
looking
his
tight.
beard. Yeah, yeah.
He's a good looking dude. So hopefully that doesn't man. Hopefully no one watches this, but that's just what
That's
popped in my
hilarious.
head when these people were trying to at Great Clips would try to sell me this $45 bottle of something that I would never
That's
use.
what comes to mind.
But Ariana was definitely strict about, well, not strict, but she recommended. That's I think that's what it was that I forgot when I blanked, was that you're not even like, aren't you not supposed to even shampoo your hair every day, or like if you shower every day? Some people say you're not supposed to shampoo it, like the natural grease or whatever. But man, my
I'm a
pillows
very,
would suggest otherwise.
I'm sure we're very greasy, oily,
Yeah, yeah,
disgusting people, and so
it's no
I
good.
can't. I mean, if even if I shower late, even if I shower, I mean, sometimes when I'm flying and have early flights, like I won't shower till 11, 12 o'clock at night. Doesn't matter. I still have to shower. I have to get up at 4 and shower again because I'm already greasy and oily. And
Yeah,
again, yeah, people try to tell me stuff like that, and I'm sure they're right to some extent, but I can't figure it out. But all right, well, thanks for watching. Tune in next. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. Subscribe, like, follow, listen up, keep an eye out. All right, thanks, guys. See you one.